a year ago, we saw the reveal for one of Marvel's wokest comic series, The New Warriors, with Safe Space, Snowflake, and overweight Dora. And to no one's surprise, that apparently was cancelled because it was supposed to release months and months ago, yet we've heard basically nothing about it, and there had already been a group that was called The New Warriors before these characters were created. Safe Space and Snowflake were basically the new Warriors, but apparently years ago, there was a new Warrior show with characters like Squirrel Girl being created, and the showrunner is coming out now saying that it was cancelled for being, quote, too gay. But before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month or supporting via memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So let's start off with this Bounding Into Comics article. It says New Warrior showrunner Kevin Beigel claimed that the Marvel show was cancelled because the show was too gay. He posted a slew of information about the show to his Twitter that included behind-the-scenes shot as well as images of Milana Weintraub as Squirrel Girl. A lot of people know her as the AT&T spokesgirl. She was in a ton of ads for them. But he first posted this on social media saying feeling frisky, may do something uncouth, and then he declared that the show was cancelled because an executive thought that it was too gay. So he had actually put this tweet out a couple of days ago, and most of these tweets at this point have been removed. It seems like he was told to take them down, or maybe he just decided to take them down because he was facing quite a bit of backlash. But it says there's a show we wrote a few years ago. It was very, very proudly gay. A singular power that killed the show because it was too gay, a rich, straight Brentwood turd. He got fired for being vile at his company. We, on the other hand, live. He then reiterated it would have meant the world to us too. Sadly, we didn't get to share it with you. If this was a the show was crap situation, I'd totally shut up and never speak. But he's basically saying that's not the situation. He said, I have nights where I can't fall asleep because I get so mad. We couldn't have characters say stuff like this because of one executive who thought we were making a show that was messy. Sorry, not sorry. New Warriors would have been really great. I wish I could have given it to y'all. So along with his tweets, he also shared this image supposedly from the script. It says, as far as I can tell, I'm the only one like me. Black, queer, powered. When I was a kid, I didn't have anyone like me to look up to tell me things were gonna be okay. Maybe I can be the person for some little girl out there. Now, a lot of people don't understand why he's coming out all these years later making a fuss about it, because he clearly says this was canceled and created years ago. A lot of people just think that he was looking for attention or to go, poor me, my show was canceled for being too gay, and it would have done amazing in 2021 with the amount of diversity and inclusivity we had in it. Obviously, if these things were actually said by an executive, they're a really, really shitty person, but did that really happen? Was that really the only reason given to them? It's just hard to believe that only a few years ago, an executive at a giant company was walking around openly admitting they didn't want to create something because it was too gay. This intense wave of cancel culture has been a thing for quite a few years now, and there's been plenty of giant names canceled. Plus, this seems like the exact type of product that Disney's been going for. He also continued, fuck it, I'm not deleting shit. I love our characters, I love Marvel, I love the New Warriors in all their forms. This show would make the world better, even a little bit. Thank you for following all my BS posts, we love you. Now, he actually ended up deleting a lot of these posts, the images, some of the videos, so I'm not going to show the videos here, I'll scroll over them. because they're right here, but he did end up deleting quite a few of them. So here's a couple of the images. Here's Gal Gadot with the actress who was supposed to actually play Squirrel Girl. We have a few different pictures of the cast, supposedly. Here's an image of her in the Squirrel Girl suit. It says Squirrel Girl and Mr. Immortal. Did we take cues from the Great Lakes Avengers? We took a ton of cues from them. I actually don't think that this outfit looks so bad, this costume looks so bad. Now, one of these images, as you can see with the tail, it looks super low quality, so I'm hoping that was just kind of a test of the tail, because otherwise it would have looked really bad. And I'm not going to show the videos here because they were removed. I don't want this video to be struck down or anything, because technically they were unreleased, but this all looks pretty low budget, which isn't surprising since we're not talking about a TV show about mainstream characters like Thor or Iron Man. But I don't know why they just wouldn't have put it on Disney Plus, or another service wouldn't pick it up. But based on the few videos that we've gotten, it just didn't look that good. Like, she doesn't look bad, but we didn't really see any other characters in their outfits. All we saw was this very simple, easy to create outfit. Obviously, it was different from the other versions of the character, but it didn't look awful here, at least these still images. Some of the videos didn't look that great, though. I just don't really know who would want this. I mean, these are not super beloved characters, so I'm just wondering who exactly wanted this show or even greenlit it in the first place. Now, while this showrunner claims that the show was axed because an executive said that it was too gay, CBR reported that a Marvel spokesperson denied these claims, telling CBR the company was fully supportive of the show, and that after Freeform and other distributors passed, the project did not move forward. And New Warriors was originally produced by Marvel Television and was developed for Freeform and had a straight-to-series order in 2017. I'm always someone that says even if a project isn't for me, that doesn't mean it shouldn't release. And even in this case, just because it wasn't a show or characters that I would have cared about, that doesn't mean I don't want it to release. But it seems like there was more behind the situation than an executive just saying it was too gay. It sounds like it was low budget. Maybe the people who got to view it first didn't really like the pilot episode. Maybe it was going to cost them too much money to finish the show and they didn't see the profit. Who knows? I'm sure there are multiple reasons behind it. But I wanted to head over to this IGN tweet and kind of read a few of the comments, because a lot of people are just saying it didn't really look that good. So someone said, I have no issues with the LGBTQ. In fact, my best bud is part of the LGBTQ community. But even he admits that now these days, this kind of stuff just feels too forced into a story. And just look at this short quip from the script that this guy is sharing. I mean, we have them saying black, queer, powered. When I was a kid, I didn't have anyone like myself to look up to, but I'm gonna be that hero for another little girl out there who can look up to me. Is that really what a lot of people want to watch in entertainment? Them just go, oh, I'm black, I'm queer, I have superpowers, so I'm cool. I don't know. Maybe there are a few people out there who want to watch that. People are also commenting things like, I guess they don't like money. I think that this would be a series that people would obviously watch. We're talking about characters like Squirrel Girl. It would inevitably have an audience, but at the same time, was it going to be profitable enough for them? Probably not. And someone named Milo said, I'm gonna call absolute cap. Hulu literally rejected this series outright because they didn't care for it. You know, the streaming service that literally has a Love Victor, which isn't even the only queer show on there. I think this show was just bad, to be honest, and that could be the case. I have a feeling that it was multiple factors that went into this being canceled and it not being greenlit for a full season. It sounds like they did the pilot. It just didn't preview that well. Maybe it was going to be too much money to finish and they just didn't think it was going to make them enough money. But ultimately, at the end of the day, apparently this series has been canceled and the showrunner is absolutely not happy about it, going on social media, making a big deal saying this is absolutely ridiculous and it's unfair because this show would have been amazing. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.